what's going on, traders? So this is the weekly outlook video for January 7th. Let's see what we got going on this week. So last week we had NFP, and it was quite the fake out for the dollar. So this week a little more quiet, except that we do have CPI data on Thursday. But really, I mean, there's not too many red folders going on. I think Thursday we're going to see some fireworks, but up until then, it's pretty much dead. So I love it when I see this type of calendar. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a lot of news, a lot of data, because for me that equals a lot of volatility. So that's a good thing. But I don't think now that this being the second week of January, second week of the year, I think we're going to see a lot of volatility, right? So, I don't think people, the bigger money's coming back from the holidays, back from vacation. When I say bigger money, I'm talking about banks and the hedge funds and those kind of things. So I think we're going to see a lot of movement in the market, but the fact that we do not have a lot of data, in my mind, is a good thing. And it's a good thing because if you are somebody that is a technical trader, now I would consider myself to be a pretty technical trader, even though you're like, yeah, okay, man, you got a lot of indicators on there. Yeah, but the thing is I made all the indicators, right? So they are all my design, and the reason I made them is to fit the overall strategy that I'm using. So there's a big difference, and it's super important when you look at the charts, and I talk about this in the Top 1 Trader Blueprint, that you know exactly what you're looking at, right? It's your HomeField Advantage. So, and it couldn't be more important ever to have a HomeField Advantage with your trading. So, and I can tell you exactly when and how that you know that you're going off the rails with your trading, and it's exactly like this. Every single day you're changing something on your chart. You're either changing the colors of the candles, maybe you're like, you know what, I kind of like having a grid on here. It's nice having a grid. I think I'm gonna just today, or maybe for now, I'm gonna start trading with a grid on here. I'm trying to find it. Geez, canvas. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe I want a grid. You can't even see the grid on mine. Right there it is, kind of. Yeah. But anyways, if you're changing stuff on your chart all the time, that should be a big red flag for sure. So, whatever that looks like for you, it's super important that you're looking at the same thing every time. Because once you've been doing this for a long enough time, I very rarely, if not ever, draw trend lines. Never draw support and resistance, very rarely. So maybe it's some boxes. You might see me do some boxes, which is zones, which I like doing zones to, different key levels and that kind of thing, or Fibonacci's. But that's how I draw my map. So whatever that looks like for you, long story short, that's what you should stick to, right? So now, since we have, some pretty big moves formulating with dollar weakness potentially, then I think we have a lot of stuff setting up. I'm going to be looking at the short side of dollar CAD, short side of dollar Swiss. Already was ended the week short on UJ. Now it's going to be interesting to see how a lot of these yen pairs. I mean, last week I took some L's as well, trying to short NZDJPY, just like you can see it here. Just trying to short it, got in too early, and now we're right at this resistance level. So there's too much, not enough trending going on here for my taste and for my system and strategy. So same thing with GJ, and I would love for these things to roll over, but if we do, see, because we took out these highs right here. Now, if we are to roll over, for me, it would be much nicer. Maybe we get in, price breaks down, pulls back, and then this would be this would be beautiful. And if this happens, I will be a very, very happy camper. That's for sure. I love shorting GJ. So this would be the ideal scenario for me letting everything set up, letting the play set up, and then, potentially targeting these equal lows. So we have, we ended on some huge volatility this past week, so it's going to be interesting to see where the market picks up at. But from there, especially with the dollar going into the first CPI, first inflation, and this is an election year and it's going to be crazy. And one of the biggest things that they're going to be talking about is inflation. So this first inflationary number is going to be massive on Thursday. So we might see a bit of a range and everything kind of getting into place before Thursday. But be careful, be on the lookout. And for me, from a fundamental standpoint, I think they're going to be looking to continue weakening the dollar. So let's have a great week, everybody. We appreciate y'all. We're off to a huge start, and we got some big things to announce this week as well. So let's crush it, everybody. Let's make it happen. And happy trading. Peace.